attack on either side. Edwards waiting. John Williams is on this side. What will he do? John Williams has beaten one man. He's going to get there. Williams! Williams! Well, this is what John Williams' play is about. The man who turned the tide. I was saying a minute ago, this was the moment that something had to happen.
There's something about those three feathers to a Welshman. It's just magic, you know. It cannot be explained, really.
The big Welsh contingent looking for a pushover try. The type they got against Scotland, they're holding. This is Hopkins, gives it to John Williams, and it's a try.
I think it all restarted in 71 in France when we played a very good French side, and we were hanging on. I pulled off an interception as I'd hit the French winger Bougarel with a good tackle, and then he was coming towards me, and I knew he was going to pass, and I could see John Taylor covering across the field, and I knew that he would tackle him, so I went for the interception, and it went almost the full length of the field, and then saw Gareth at the corner of my eye, and he scored the corner.
That's Bougarel now inside, elusive running this. Barry John tackling once again. Williams on the interception. John Williams up the line. He's got 5 people inside him. Inside him is Denzel Williams. Gareth Edwards on the outside. He must score.
So that was quite a big memory, and of course, even bigger memory is seeing Barry break his nose in a tackle.
Is still there.
It was a fantastic win for us because they were a very, very good side, and I think it brought home to a lot of us players who were subsequently to go on the Lions tour that we could win even with very little possession, because we were defending for most of that game.
Can he go past John Williams? He can't.
John Williams' terrific tackle. He keeps it in play brilliantly. The 25. Marvellous tackle by John Williams.
Cooper missing out one man. This is a great chance for Hignall.
Going at John Williams. John Williams, a beautiful...
I always preferred tackling to scoring tries, actually. I would rather put a big hit tackle in than score a try, because scoring a try, you're just the end person from the team. They've done the work to get you the ball, but as an offensive tackle, when they've got the ball and you hit them backwards, that to me is what rugby is all about.
This is Strella, out to Gourdon. Gourdon, is he in at the corner? John Williams puts him into touch.
I think the tackle on Gourdon in '76 at Cardiff, which was a Grand Slam saving tackle, which was, I knew that we'd actually won the match with that tackle, and I think my reaction afterwards when I went like this to the crowd sort of summed it up, really. It was, I'm not so sure whether you would get penalised for that nowadays, for a high tackle, but at the time I knew that that one act had actually won the Grand Slam from France.
About 15 metres from the English line. Martin, Edwards, Bennett, along the line to David Burcher. Burcher half through, gives it to JPR Williams. Is he going to do it again? Edwards goes to standoff. Now it's Bennett. JPR, the fullback. Is he going to get his second try? Oh, what a killer blow for the Welshman. JPR Williams, the fullback, scores the try that must sew it up for Wales.
Well, because I scored so many against England, it became a bit of a habit, didn't it? I think probably the second try at Twickenham again in '76, when I scored under the post, almost took the post with me as I scored from a scissors from Phil Bennett. That was probably the most relieving one, because we were still not clear, and that meant that we'd actually won the game.
A nasty ball for John Williams. Never took an eye off it.
John Williams waits on his own 10 yards line. He loves to take him on, this lad.
We wanted to perform for ourselves, for each other, for the family, and for Wales. And I think we went on the field with what I think is a tremendous attitude. We went on the field to to enjoy it, first of all, because we knew that if we enjoyed it, we'd play well, and the winning would come after that.
Woods waits as Jeff Squire sets it back to him. Bennett misses out Bircher to Fenwick. He throws the ball aloft in joy.
I've been very fortunate. All my playing career I played with great players who like to win with style. I think that is still the Welsh way, really.
That was a marvellous try by one of the great players. Bombed by James that time. Barry John going for the drop goal. It may just creep over. It's there. Jarrett again. Almost up to the 25. Taken there by Barry John. Barry John, can he make it? Oh, what a try! Can John make it? This would be a remarkable score.
I was given a gift, of course. I know that, and I just felt comfortable about everything.
Barry John on the short side. To Lewis. To John. And another 3 points. Vital tight hit to the Lions. John. A great try.
Edwards to John. That's into the space. Smith. Really a magnificent kick. That ball must have travelled something like 70 to 80 yards.
The ball is worked across field and Maurice Pryor swings it on its way to Vanier. Almost a forward pass that, but on it goes to Boniface and France are going to score. 3 points in.
Would those hefty forwards bring victory? It looked doubtful when Boniface dropped a goal to put France 3 points up.
Moore trying to hold, trying the wheel, going, struggling free. Look at that strength, he's in the score! Well, that is why people say New Zealand without going is only half a team.
Williams met die bal aangooi. Whiting wat oorklap. Dan wordt Sid Going geloop daar zo deur Klippie Spritzinger. En die les die tel op, steelkant om, en gee binnenkant toe naar Tani Norton. Weer een keer is het St. Patrick. Zuid-Afrika wat bal gooi wat hij kan. En is Going wat wil deurgaan, het om. Ja. Going het om.
Brad Johnson, Sid Going, Duncan Robertson, Bill Osborne. Cobner, Duggan out there quickly. Bill Osborne. Batty. That's only 10 metres out. Going. A brilliant try for Sid Going.
At the end of the game, Tony O'Reilly scored his 17th try of the tour, a record for the 19-year-old Irishman from Dublin. The series shared, and such was the magnetism of O'Reilly and the 1955 Lions that 3,000 people turned up at the airport when they left for home. kick, but a try was needed, and it came from a scrum on the New Zealand 25. The midfield magic was produced by Bev Risman at fly half, and that left Tony O'Reilly free on the left wing.
Tony O'Reilly, the rugby player, was a superb player. He had all the natural ability. He's a big, strong fellow, 6'4", I think. He had immense pace. He really was quick. And he had a heart of gold. He wouldn't draw back from anything. Great tackler. He didn't score many tries for Ireland, mind you. A lot of people said that he didn't do his best for Ireland. But he was a great player. Played on the tour so well. Now, Jeff Butterfield, the English centre, played inside him in South Africa and said he was the best ever.
O'Reilly had all the attributes of a footballer. He was a very good soccer player. He was a very good cricketer. He was a very good tennis player. So he had a great feel and timing of a ball. He had great pace, great strength, great sidestep.
Tony O'Reilly was a very talented footballer, and in '55 in South Africa, still revered as a great wing in South Africa, and he was only, 19 at that time. And again in New Zealand they still talk about O'Reilly.
As an old Welsh player said to me at the end of the tour, as I got worse and worse, I got 10 tries in the first 6 games and then 6 tries in the last 10 games. He said, he said, the gaps get smaller as your name gets bigger. This is a sort of inverse ratio. He put it another way, he said, to be as good as you were, you're going to be twice as good as you were. And I suddenly realised that for the first time in senior football, I was lumbered with a reputation.
He had a great rugby sense. He had great feet. He was very fast. I think he was probably one of the fastest players around at that time.
A larger-than-life character who was gregarious, full of fun, a man who epitomised in many respects what rugby football is all about.
In 1970, after a gap of 7 years, O'Reilly, to his amazement and amusement, was recalled to the Irish team.
Slattery, who was the youngest member of the team, said at breakfast rather shyly, he said, I saw you, he said, play your first international. I said, oh really, somewhat mollified by this. Yes, he said, my father took me in on his shoulders to watch you play. And McBride, who in fact celebrates his centenary in the same year as the Rugby Union, said to me, looking at me rather narrowly because I was fairly heavy at the time, he said, I think, he says, your best attacking move will be to shake your jowls at your opposite number, because they terrify me and I'm only having breakfast with you. As a matter of fact, I was talking to Cecil Pedlow the other night about it, and he said, God, he said it was fantastic. He said, Fielding tried to run round you twice, but the distance was too great.